Hi there guys and girls, and welcome to Mortal Kombat Conquest review number 13? 14. This episode's called Festival of Death. Basically, this was another one of those episodes that sort of separates themselves a lot. I don't know, it seemed sort of different, sort of weird. It had all the characters in it, I don't know, it just seemed really sort of out there and different. The episode starts with a cart leaving a town, and all these villagers stop in the cart saying, you know, stop, you know, blah blah blah. And one of the guys speaks up and says, you know, I want my brother back, give me back my brother, or something, you know. And then these guys step out, and at first they look like shadow priests, but you see their faces and, you know, they look a lot scarier. You know, and then one guy's like, I'm not afraid of you, and then you hear, you should be. And then you hear the slaughtering start, and the credits roll, the intro rolls, I mean. And basically we see Sura and Taja, they're in Juzin, and the cart arrives in town, and they put on this show, saying showing some show called The Festival. You know, and then Carly steps out of the cart, and Carly was, you know, Katana's friend from back in the earlier episodes. They split up when Carly tried to ally herself with the Emperor and fulfill his wishes. Yeah, so she's no longer with Katana, and she's running this show. And she basically tells them, she tells Taj and Sura that it's a business, blah blah blah, but that's bullshit. You know, it's bullshit. She's Carly, she's a Denian, you know. There's more going on, you know.
That's a deal I can live with. Come on, Sura.
Yeah. Basically then we go back to the trading post, and Taj and Sura walk in, and Kung Lao's training this girl, you know. And Taja says this is some girl called Laurie, you know, blah blah blah. She used to watch the monks while I did, you know, while they did their special moves or something. She used to do chores or some crap, you know. And Kung Lao's, you know, he's training her. And the first thing Sura says is, she's no fighter, you know, straight away. And yeah, he basically tells Sura that Kung Lao that he's like, you know, you heard her, she's ready to go out there and kick ass, you know. And Kung Lao's like, lighten up, and Sura's like, you know, hey, you know, I'm just looking out for her, blah blah blah, you know. And he's worried from the start, you know, with the attitude that she has. Yeah. Basically then we see what goes on at the festival. We see the festival, and basically it's a tournament of fighters, and there's a small ring, and Carly's introducing the final fight of the night, and then Mika comes out. Mika's the person who's going to fight this guy who won the night's tournament or whatever, you know. And she obviously just comes out and totally kicks his ass. They all the other people leave, so she says come back tomorrow. Then Mika kills the guy, and then you see what's really going on there. Then Carly opens up this chest, and it's full of souls, and one of the souls comes out and takes over the new dead body, you know, as a host now. And then the result of that is one of those mindless guys, like sort of like a zombie, you know. And yeah, basically Vorpax was watching the whole thing, and she goes and tells Shang Tsung what's going on, you know. And Shang Tsung, yeah, sort of fills in Vorpax, you know. That's Quan Chi's specialty, making an army, blah blah blah, you know. And then he sends Vorpax back, you know, get me something I can use against him, blah blah blah, you know. And Vorpax says you can start with the two women, they hate each other, etc. So Shang Tsung sends it back. Kung Lao then Kung Lao seems to be getting on a lot more with Laurie, you know. They start kissing and shit, you know. And you know, she wants to learn all these sort of superior moves, and Kung Lao's worried about being used just to learn these special moves, and Laurie acts all pissed off, but you know, it's the truth. She wants to know these moves so she can win in this festival. I think that's her plan from the start, really. I don't know if it's just coincidence, but I don't know. The festival and her seem to arrive at the same time. But she seems to go there later. But I don't know. I think the whole time she wanted to just go into the festival. Then basically we've got Ciro's walking through town, and then the guy from the very start who asked for his brother back suddenly appears out of nowhere and says, "You gotta help me, you know, they're after me, they're coming to get me, you know." And then he runs away, and then you see him get slaughtered in the alley, you know, and then his dying word is festival, you know. I'm going by my notes here, so I'm a bit tired too, I'll be honest, but you know, I want to get this review out. It's almost 11 o'clock here, so and been working today, so basically then Ciro and that they rock up at the festival. They want to see what's going on. Laurie's missing. They go into the festival and she's there watching. Ciro basically picks her up and drags her out of there, you know, and explains to Kung Lao what happened, and Kung Lao sort of brushes it off. He didn't realise how serious this festival is. Mika and Kali basically are fighting again, you know, and Mika's acting like the top dog. She leaves. Vorpak shows up and then says, "Shang Tsung's got an offer for you, you know, blah blah blah. Come and speak to him." And then they go into the portal. They go to see Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung says, "I want one soul, Kung Lao's," you know, or he wants to control the body that, you know, if they can capture Kung Lao's soul into a body and Shang Tsung can control it, you know, that's what he wants. Excuse me. You know, so Kali agrees, you know, in exchange for maybe bringing back Adenia and becoming the queen of Adenia again. Ciro basically then rocks up again at the festival and meets Kali and tells her, "Get your shit and get out of town," you know. And Kali laughs and then sicks the zombie guys on Ciro, and we get fight number 2, which is the zombie dudes versus Ciro. Ciro lands some pretty good hits here, but the zombie guys don't go down. They're immortals, so he runs away, which is a smart thing to do. Shang Tsung, we then go back to see Shang Tsung in the mines, and he's awakening a huge warrior who's going to be the warrior that obviously has to take on Kung Lao and beat him so he can get the soul. He wakes up some huge dude who's stuck in the wall, and yeah, then they he uses him to, you know, to fight Kung Lao. Then basically Kung Lao rocks up at the festival. Laurie's there, you know, but he's told her, you know, it's a trap, blah blah blah. Kung Lao falls for it. He says, "I'll take her place," but you know, Laurie had set him up to do that anyway. And then the fight, you know, the guy Shang Tsung woke up comes out, and Kung Lao has to fight him, you know. So he fights him. We get the fight going on, and yeah, we're gonna check this one out now. Yeah, it was sort of funny, you know, Kung Lao wins the fight, and then the undead guys sort of descend upon the body, and they knock the chest over, and all the souls come out. I like this, then the souls sort of go crazy, and start taking over people's bodies who are alive. And we see Laurie die, and Targa and Siro and Kung Lao all run out of there, you know, and you just see the sort of eeriness of the, you see the door glowing green, you know, and you hear all the screaming, oh, coming from behind the door. It's sort of creepy, you know. And yeah, so Kung Lao mourns Laurie, you know, and that's basically pretty much the end of the episode. He mourns her, and then the episode ends with you see Laurie in the festival wagon, and it's going off to its next destination. That's the end. Again, this is another episode that didn't have Raiden in it. I'm not sure how many that is now. I think only 1 or 2 don't have Raiden in it. So yeah, I forgot about this one when I was talking about the one last time. But yeah, no Raiden in this episode at all, which is sort of weird considering Shang Tsung's involved, Quan Chi's involved, Kali's involved, so many big players involved from different realms. You'd think the Thunder God would be all over it, but nah. So yeah, that's it for Festival of Death. This episode was okay. It was a bit sort of weird though. I liked the part with the souls and that. The souls escaped at the end. It reminds me of something cool coming up in the episode of Korea. Something I really like in the Korea episode. Yeah, so that's it for my review of Festival of Death. The next one we'll be taking a look at will be The Serpent and the Ice, one of my favourite episodes of Mortal Kombat Conquest. It's all about Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. And there's some really cool stuff in this episode too, some really cool effects, some really cool sort of cheesy lines, you know. Yeah, you get to see like Scorpion's girlfriend, you know, there's some really cool stuff coming up. So I'm looking forward to reviewing the next one. I'll see you guys for that one soon. Peace.